But yeah, you're working on a music project right now. You're actually working on something. You've rediscovered something from years ago.
Yeah, well, I mean, I had a kind of blessing curse, which I'm kind of realizing, only now, and that is that basically I had money saved and I didn't have to worry about money. And so I didn't even have to worry about, let's say, trying to commercialize my art that much. So, for instance, I recorded songs for an album called Fall Into Flight, and we finished recording that in about 2010. And the fact is, I made maybe 150 copies of it, which I sold quickly at concerts that I gave. And then that was it. I just didn't do anything else with it. I tried to approach a few record companies who weren't interested. Everybody tells you got to approach hundreds. I just didn't have the enthusiasm or, the persistence or the doggedness, perhaps, that you need to face that level of rejection and just continue until you finally find a record label that likes you. And there was one flash. There was an Indies Records in Brno, and they said that they'd be interested in releasing the album, but they wouldn't put any money into it, so I'd have to find, my own 15,000 crowns. Now, 15,000 crowns, for you who don't live in Czech Republic, that's about 500 euros, a bit more than that, 600, 700. Not too much money, but, 15,000 crowns that you don't have is a lot of money. Let's face it, $10 that you don't have is a lot of money. And
or you could spend that money and just sell it yourself. Just get it.
Yeah, but I mean.
No, but that's not. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is I don't think that. Paying it would have made much sense. In fact, it's what they usually say is that they should pay you.
Well, a lot of shoulds in art don't happen.
Yeah.
So at a certain point.
Or maybe, pay that money but have it on vinyl. Then it becomes a collector's item.
Yes. So I finally realized, well, hell, I've got to make some money. What resources do I have? And kind of like the desert looking at its own sand and saying, well, what do I have? I guess I got some oil deep down there, if somebody can dig it out, And I realized my only oil reserves, let's say, are my creations. So I realized, well, hell, I better do something with this. And I don't know, I think I have this allergy to new internet platforms.
Yeah.
I didn't really want to have to finagle my way through those things. But I finally did the research necessary to put my music out, on digital distribution online.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's available on CD Baby.
And CD Baby's good. They've got good audio on it.
Yeah. I mean, I think what's good about them is they really handle everything. So once you go through the whole crap and rigmarole of signing up with them, then your songs are on iTunes, Spotify, all these other things that I would never want to put my head into. So, boom, they're there. The other side is I've been very disappointed thus far because even friends who I've sent the link to the album, they don't buy it, And to some extent, I understand them. I mean, the metaphor that's come to my mind in recent days is, if every faucet that you turned in the city just poured out beer, who's going to go to the bar and buy beer?
Right.
It's pouring out of every faucet, and that's kind of the current state of music. You can instantly on YouTube, within seconds you can have the full albums of Pink Floyd or whatever it is at your fingertips. So why are you going to go and buy Mr. Zell's music that you don't even know?
Yeah.
On the other side, I think that hopefully enough people will recognize that independent music needs to be supported in some way. So hopefully a few people will have that generosity and be willing to support artists like myself who are not commercial. That remains to be seen.